Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Hope Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today for Area DMG, we are going to be unboxing the most dangerous thing of all and telling you a little bit about it, actually. Um, I was going through some old stuff at my parents' house, and I found that I forgot to take with me all these. For those wondering what these are Burger King Happy Meal, Mighty Kids Meal, or Big Kids Meal, Pokemon containers. You see, a long, long time ago, Burger King had Pokemon toys. This was before the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver. The first Pokemon related kids meal toys were these little beanbag things that were released with KFC. I have those somewhere in a box and I will find them and do a video about them. But these were interesting in that there were about 57 toys that represent Pokemon from all the first 151 Pokemon plus Togepi. And these were created by Equity Marketing Incorporated. They were released in November of 1999 as part of their toys. They ran out of them really quick. But the thing with these particular toys is that their containers, inside this container would be you open this container. There's also some of these that are pink and clear, but you'd open this container, there'd be a little package inside. Inside the package was a random Pokemon toy. These range from keychains to little tops. Like there's a little, I think it's like a Magnemite top that you rub across the road and then pop it up in there and it spins. There are also plush toys, and like I said, there are a lot of little Pokemon related toys, 57 in all. Well, they represent the first 151 plus Togepi. Anywho, the problem with this container is that you'll notice that there's a little dimple on this top part, but no way for air to actually escape this. What would happen was this container could get lodged over the face and mouth of a child. Actually, to demonstrate how this would happen, I'm going to use this Steven Universe doll that you may have seen in the this plush toy that you may have seen in the back of some of our videos on Steven Universe. And yes, we are going to address that Steven bomb. But first, let me explain how this would happen. Kids would be like, oh, I'm going to put this over my mouth. It would cover both their mouth and their nose perfectly, and they'd breathe into it. And it would create a... actually, you couldn't get suction from that. It would have to be this side. It would create an impenetrable bit of suction, and they would just try and breathe, and eventually all the air in their lungs would be dissipated, and they would keel over and suffocate and die. So, that was a bit of an issue. Actually, that first happened in December 11th, 1999, to a 13-month girl in Sonora, California. Burger King eventually settled a lawsuit out of court with the family of this girl. There was another incident in January 25th, 2000, in which a 4-month-old boy in Indianapolis, Indiana, supposedly died from this. However, there was no settlement in that case with Burger King, with the boy's family, that has been recorded. It may have been it turns out it might have been shaken baby syndrome. Yeah, anywho, so there's at least one confirmed by the autopsy saying that they suffocated death attributed to this particular Pokeball. Now, Hasbro and Jakks Pacific and other companies that make Pokeballs now either have designs in them so that they can't get lodged over and take the air out, or they're like this and they're just, a solid construction. Some people mistakenly thought that the cards were the ones that were being recalled. That's not true. The recall actually started on December 27th, 1999, after an incident was a incident where a kid almost suffocated to death on these. And what you could do is they were like, okay, throw them away or take them to Burger King and trade them in for fries. I kept 6 of these. I bought a lot of these little toys during that time when this was available. I know I traded in a couple of these for fries. You can't really buy them on eBay, and the containers aren't really worth anything as far as I can tell. But let me go ahead and demonstrate a little bit of what was in these. Here's Pokeball number 1, and it's a Kangaskhan keychain. I took the little keychain loop thing off that because I'm going to put a cell phone strap loop on that. But yeah, here's a Kangaskhan. And here's a Geodude. I like this Geodude, he's awesome. Let me pop these down here. Look at this pile of danger. Danger! Here is a Hitmonlee. Yeah. And finally, it's a Grimer. It's either a Grimer or a Muck. I sometimes confuse the two. I think this one is a Grimer, but I'm not entirely sure. I have to go take a look. I always confuse those two because they look, to me, fairly similar. I like the Alolan one, though. That one's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty much these were recalled. Burger King was criticized for, I guess, not recalling them fast enough, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, these are actually kind of cool. I like them because they can hold all sorts of smaller items and such. They kind of remind me of these. This is a box full of Kinder Egg containers. Kinder Eggs are something that you cannot buy in the United States because inside of each of the little chocolate eggs was a little plastic container that you could open up and you could find a little toy inside or a puzzle or a figurine. These are pretty cool because, like, the new ones don't do this, and I think it's terrible, but the old ones had one side that was inverted and one side that was one that was convolute. I forgot what the term for it. But anyways, you could stick them together and build like a chain of these. These, because of these little containers being in chocolate, it's okay to have these containers or this. I mean, they're quote dangerous products, but it's not illegal to own them. It is illegal to bring Kinder Eggs into the United States inside of the chocolate. So you can bring in the containers, but you can't bring in the containers inside the chocolate eggs. You can buy the chocolate in bars, but you cannot buy the combination of the chocolate with the little toy inside. It's kind of like how Cracker Jack toys and cereal box toys have become more and more awful over the years. Oh, just seriously, it really kind of bugs me though. Not to disrespect that family out in Sonora, California, but there are literally, ooh, wait a second, what's up with this? Okay. Are there multiple sizes of this? I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That just seemed really weird. That one was too small. Oh. Oh. Huh. That's just weird. There were pink ones later on, but it looks like, and I didn't even notice it because I wasn't even paying attention to that, but it looks like there were multiple sizes of these particular balls. That's just weird. Look at that. Look at that. I'll try and make it seem bigger. But yeah, this one's that's so weird. That is so weird. Huh. There's two different sizes of these balls. Look at that. We've got two of the larger ones and four of the smaller ones. I guess it was because you'll note that some of these particular keychains are substantially larger than the others. Like that'll fit in there perfectly fine. Like this one will fit in here. But this toy won't fit in here. Even if you, yeah, see, it won't fit in there. So I guess they had multiple sizes of these, which makes sense, but also that's strange. I'm wondering which size it was that actually killed someone. I don't think I've seen that noted anywhere, that these came in different sizes. Weird. Well, I just kind of discovered that while we were here. And yeah, we're just taking a look at these dangerous toys and commenting a little bit on it. Now, like I said, you can't really sell them on eBay because they're a recalled product. And they're not really worth anything as far as I can tell. But the toys inside them are kind of amazing, especially the keychains. I mean, look at this posable Geodude. This guy is awesome. Whew. I'm so going to put him on like one of my cell phones or something. But yeah, I find these containers to be pretty useful. One thing in particular, I mean, Kinder Egg toys, people just use those for hiding all sorts of things. Carry a lot of change. With these, I don't know. Maybe you could use it to maybe you could use it to hold K-cups. That sounds like a good use for these. And just strap that onto my belt, and away I go. Or I could use it to hold headphones or other items. But yeah, like for example, here's some Beats. I'm gonna put these in there. Useful. And also a demonstration that here in the United States, we have all sorts of provisions intact to help prevent customer harm. And sometimes products need to be recalled. I'm not going to say that these weren't dangerous in some way, but I am going to say that really these are advertised as being 4 and up. These are not all ages toys. I don't understand why anyone would think it would be a good idea to give something like this with its sharp plastic edges to a 13-month-year-old kid, or a 4-month-year-old kid for that matter. Maybe don't give your babies sharp objects. Also, they spent $22 million in marketing these. They sold literally millions of these. And they recalled, well, they got less than half of those back. Even after the recall, they only recalled about 500,000 or so of them. And that's including the about 60% of people who said they destroyed them when they were asked. So yeah, these aren't exactly rare. They're not really dangerous for reasonably aged children, and they're kind of neat to have around because they can be useful for storing things, especially here in Colorado. But yeah, I just wanted to take a quick look, probably about 15 minutes of look, on these particular toys and this particular issue. Well, what did you think? Do you have a couple of these hanging out in your garage? are you kind of annoyed how we're not allowed to have nice things because out of the hundreds of millions of children in the United States that you'll have like an isolated incident of 1 or 2 deaths and then everyone recalls it? I've always thought that was kind of a little weird. Kind of a little overkill, but I understand how these types of lawsuits kind of help. This was the first time that Burger King had to do a recall, and they handled future recalls much quicker and with much more ferocity. And that's good. Kind of like how, if you remember that, say, that hot coffee lawsuit that happened in McDonald's, where literally lady is sitting in a parked car and she accidentally spills a cup of coffee that is literally like 1 or 2 degrees below boiling. They were literally selling coffee at 100 degrees, and she had the person who was driving, not her, park, and then she spills it in there, completely burning through, and we're talking like 3rd-degree burns through most of her hip and legs, and it's horrible. There's a great documentary called Hot Coffee that goes over that. That's pretty good. You should check it out. But that caused a lot of people to lower the temperature of their coffee. But yeah, this particular incident turned into a learning experience for, well, Burger King and Pokemon Company. And they've been a lot better at clearly marking items and making items safe. And it hasn't affected too much of the product line. Now, sometimes I feel that Pokemon Company goes a little overboard with, like, say, the episodes of the show that we're not allowed to see anymore, or that they've taken off the airwaves. I would love it if they just would release these, quote, banned, end quote, episodes on, like, DVD or Blu-ray or whatnot. We live in a society where we can find all this stuff. And you can actually go out and find some of these. You'll see them at garage sales. Whenever I see them at garage sales, I will pick them up. Mainly because, why not? They're pretty good, pretty useful, and they're neat little keychains. If you're a cosplayer, they're perfect for that, and you get to tell a neat little story about them. And like, did you know these killed 1 person and possibly 2 people? And nearly killed at least, you could say, like 2 or 3 others. Because there was at least 2 other incidents, but I couldn't find any more information to confirm them, so I'm not mentioning them in the video in total. But yeah, these are neat. They're kind of dangerous if you're under a certain age, and the recall was unique. I thought you might like to hear about it. You got any of these hanging around in your basement, in your parents' garage, in your home currently? Are they sneaking up on your pets and younger siblings? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that little bell so you'll be notified whenever we have a new video. And, make sure to share this with your friends, or your enemies, or other people. And until next video comes out, you are now caught up. I mean, seriously, look into the face of death. I really shouldn't joke about that. Oh well.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.